Well, Jimmy, this is really kind of part 2 of our downspout drainage situation, isn't it? Thing is it's been what, 6 weeks since we did part 1?
At least. Yeah, maybe not that long, but yeah, it feels like a long time.
Well, you've got a few other projects going. I see new siding going up here and a bunch of things like that. That's looking good.
Getting there.
So we got 2 projects to do this evening. We got this dirt here to fill back in over your pipe, right? And you got a stump back here we need to...
Yeah, our last stump to take out.
Okay, let's get started.
Looking forward to it. Moving some dirt with Johnny.
That's what Johnny's for, Jimmy.
Yeah. Do you have a shovel? Or?
Yeah, I'll grab one.
After all, I don't want to run the shovel.
Casey's just waiting, chomping at the bit to get to that big stump there. But the fence crew came in today and put up the post. That's why we need the stump out of the way.
Stand right up there. Let's get this as close as we can to a perfect 90 there.
I see what you want. You want him to stand there so you can fill his shoes with dirt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
see?
I always pick the best job, Christy. What do you expect?
Yeah. Jimmy's like, I think I'll do this with my hand.
Yeah.
They take a good bit right in there to
Yeah,
hold that part down. Does it need to be higher on that to hold it down?
No, I think it's good.
Okay.
Start filling. Of course, I'd love to. Get back, Lucy. This is Tim and Jim show, not Tim, Jim, and Lucy.
Jimmy's gonna take Lucy in. Yeah. She was scaring me. She was running around so close to the tractor. And Tim's jumped on Casey to start after this big root. Wow. Yeah, that might create a big hole. Pulling up some of the boards, I think, that they had either from that old fence or maybe some landscaping a long time ago. And Jimmy's still at filling the trench. So now Tim's just playing with the root to try to get a lot of the dirt off. Jimmy's working on his pop-up emitter. Boy, there's a lot of mud on the bottom of that root. We've had a lot of rain lately. It's gonna make that root really heavy. The first video we did was with Jimmy operating Casey to dig the trenches for the downspout pipe to run it out to the side of the yard. So Tim just realized that the fence people came in and removed this portion of Jimmy's fence that was still there, but they broke off one of the posts in the ground. So Tim's trying to dig it up now. Sounds like there's concrete in there. And he just broke the post a little bit more. Oh, there it came. Woohoo! It's nice to be able to get that out of there. Jimmy thinks he can pick up that root.
You got a chain there. Use your 2 bolt-on hooks there to wrap it around the end. So get under it the best you can first before you do that.
With your bucket?
Forward. Tilt your bucket forward so that then you'll be able to pick it, twist it back. There you go.
Good old Ken's bolt-on hooks.
There you go.
Looks like he's gonna park it in there beside the other one that's already dry. It's time for a bonfire.
That's I know.
Oh, he's gonna get himself some dirt. He needed a little bit more up there where the drain pipe is. Tim's got another little stump here to pull out with. Casey. This one looks like it's got a lot of roots with it. Well, that's
You're
your...
making a mess, Tim.
Hey, stop complaining. You're always cleaning up a mess and making something look better.
I'm always cleaning up your messes.
Yeah, you're always cleaning up after me, aren't you?
Hey, Tim. I found the root of the problem.
I think he's learning from me.
Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna put the tiller on and the tooth bar. So why'd you decide to put the tooth bar on?
Well, I'm going to use it like a chisel plow.
My shirt stinks.
So you know what?
Like it was in the washer too long.
I'm gonna stay over
maybe
here.
It's been in the sweat too long.
Yeah, maybe that too. A little bit of both.
You're in?
You had never done that before, had you?
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Now, some folks look at this and they say, oh, you don't want that quick hitch because that makes it harder to hook up your PTO. But I really don't see that the quick hitch hurts me much on the accessibility of the PTO shaft.
Jimmy and I are timing you.
Are you?
Actually, not really.
One Mississippi.
There you go.
Mississippi.
All done?
All done.
Hold on.
Let's see if we can tear something up, Jimmy.
Tim wants to be able to till, but we don't want to hit any of that black paper that's a lot of times down, and we've already found some tonight. So he's trying just to make sure there's none of it still in the ground. Nice big root.
It's amazing what the thing digs up.
Well, we got some more. Nope, we found more of that stuff. So he doesn't have his guttering in yet, but he's been putting up this siding, and they're going to come paint the house in a few weeks, and then he'll put his guttering back in.
all kinds of streets.
Yeah, there's a lot of concrete or something in there.
I tell you, the tiller's really the way to go. It really levels it out well.
Yeah. Think it's looking good?
Oh yeah, it's looking really good. That way I can get some seed. I'll rake some seed in one level and then come back, put another thing of seed on it.
Yeah.
It's taken us several evenings, Jimmy, but this place doesn't look anything like it did when we started.
It's really amazing how much it's opened it up.
Yeah.
And changed the look of the house.
Yeah, and we've done it just a little bit at a time, right? So if you've got your own little tractor, okay, this is one of the things. Our last video, we were talking about how you could rent some equipment.
Or a neighbor with a tractor.
Yeah.
But if you've got your own rig, you don't have to do it all in one day, right? I mean, we had a lot of stuff we needed to do. Oftentimes we'd work an hour or so with the tractor, and then you would work for several hours by hand doing something else, right?
Yep.
And then we'd work a little more with the tractor, and I don't know, we've been most of the summer on this project.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, you've done 100 other projects in the meanwhile, so I'm not trying to say it's all you've done, but I'm just encouraging people not to hurry.
But this, I mean, if I was doing this by hand, it would, I mean, I couldn't get near this close to being this far ahead, so. Yeah.
I think we're ready for final grading here with a rake a little bit, and we'll be ready for seed.
Did you say we're ready for grading?
I said we're ready for you to grade this. Isn't that what you heard?
I think that's what I heard.
Yeah.
There's no we in
He
Tim.
always leaves when it gets to hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no we in Tim. That's
He's
right.
sweating a little bit too, so I don't feel so bad.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody, and thank you, Jimmy. This has been a lot of fun. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim and Jim.
Hey, that was pretty good that time.
His kids locked him out of the house. Ha, ha, ha. They're in there eating cookies.